Oh, hey there everyone. I was just having some spaghetti with this cool fork that I found. It kinda sucks, but at the very least it works as a pretty decent fork. It's called the trident, and nobody uses it. The trident is one of the more niche weapons in Don't Starve Together, and it certainly has its uses, don't get me wrong, with its own unique spell and decently high damage, especially in water. But the thing is, I don't think I've ever seen anyone use it seriously before. On paper, the trident is a very compelling weapon. It's the only weapon in the game that lets you perform a ranged AoE attack on water, and overall, the extra damage it gets whilst on wraps makes sea combat feel both more exciting and much, much easier. But therein lies the problem. You basically never need a weapon like that. Okay, don't get me wrong, it definitely has its uses, from uprooting bulk kelp and being an absolute unit in fish farms, but that's with its spell, not the weapon part of it. Whilst the spell is useful, it does have its limitations. Whilst making you feel like an overpowered god on water is great, if you take a step back and consider its crafting recipe, or the mere existence of other weapons, it can be pretty difficult to justify making one of these. Ocean combat is already a pretty niche part of this game, and let's be honest, most people don't really spend a lot of time at sea. Aside from grabbing salt, or checking in on the celestial altar, really just isn't that many reasons to be spending that much time on water. And whilst I do understand that enemies like let's say skitter squids can be annoying, you don't really need a specialized ocean-based weapon to handle them. Like I said before, it's better to just opt for more reliable tools like the handbat, or even tentacle spikes. Unfortunately, when it comes to overall damage and versatility or even obtainability, the trident simply just cannot compete. Want to know just how badly it can't compete? Well, the trident deals 51 base damage per hit on land and 71.5 damage per hit on water. Its spell attack deals a respectable 85 damage per cast, which, sounds pretty good, until you realize that each cast consumes 3 uses per attack. Since you only have 150 uses, you only get a maximum of 50 spell costs. Which, whilst that is technically quite a fair bit and its damage is really great, the weapon really doesn't last long if you're spamming it, so don't. To craft one of these, you'll first have to beat the Crab King, an ocean boss. Wait, hold on. So, you're telling me that the ocean boss, basically the best matchup for this weapon, is what drops the weapon recipe itself. So, you'd be better off killing that thing with the trident, but you can't get the trident until you kill the thing. Wow, okay, talk about a negative feedback loop. Then is the recipe itself. Whilst the twigs and the kelp fronds aren't too difficult to obtain, the 3 normal hordes can be at least a little bit of a hassle. Now, for a weapon that's this underwhelming, that's quite a fair bit of effort, especially when the payoff does not match the cost. Now, to be fair, there are reasons to try the trident. Like if you're playing on a server with a high demand for ocean loot or items for whatever reason, or if you just enjoy being on a boat and want to engage more deeply with sea-based gameplay. There it can be fun. It gives you ranged crowd control. Really, no other weapon can just offer that. Oh, and of course, it looks sick as hell. I'm definitely not denying that, especially in a game like this. It's just a giant fork. It looks cool. What can I say? At the end of the day, the trident is a fantastic example of a weapon that sounds pretty good on paper, but struggles to find a real use case in the actual game. It's tied too closely to really niche content. It's outclassed in almost every measurable way. And it doesn't really solve any problems that the player actually has. I mean, seriously, just use the handbat for fighting. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this quick little video, please be sure to subscribe. I don't really know what to say, but if you personally disagree with any of my takes, please be sure to leave a comment down below, because in all honesty, I myself haven't even used the weapon. I just think it looks sick. So yeah, also I got a comment like a couple months back talking about it, so I thought I might as well make a video on it. So yeah. anyways, thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. See ya.